Hi, I'm Justin Yates. Here's my audience. Today we're going to be talking about why the government shouldn't be able to raise the minimum wage. In an interview with Glenn Mears, the general manager at Omaha Truck Center, he said, as a general manager, you'll have a lot of interviewees asking the same question. How much is the minimum wage, or how much does this position pay? Two things to keep in mind. Minimum wage is the lowest wage that an employer can pay you hourly. The second thing to keep in mind is a company has to be careful and make sure their budget that they can pay more than minimum wage. According to crookedtimber.org in 2012, the chances of a potential job candidate turning down an offer increases more if the position is for a minimum wage, because the candidate may think they can go somewhere else and get a better paying job. I started my job when I was 14 years old. It was working for minimum wage, so I've seen firsthand how much increases in minimum wage can affect the economy. Today I'm going to tell you what the minimum wage is, how it affects business when it rises, and answer the question of should the government be able to raise minimum wage when it only hurts everybody involved. Minimum wage is currently $7.25 in the United States. This number has increased 4 times since 2007. The wage in 2007 was $5.15 an hour, so that is an increase of over $2 per hour per employee. We're going to use my current place of employment as an example. We have 450 full-time employees on the workforce. At a $2 increase per hour, with people working 40 hours a week at 52 weeks in a year, that increases $1,872,000 per year. You may be wondering, how is this going to affect business? Where does a company come up with almost $2 million for its employees to perform the same job as they did a few years ago? In research conducted, Chris Starr, journalist at the Economic Policy Institute, said if the manufacturer of a product is forced to pay his workers $7.25 instead of $6.55 an hour, he's forced to raise the price of his product, basically called inflation. It's called a cost-push inflation, and some economists believe raising the minimum wage is one of the worst culprits. Now let's take a look at how this affects all of us. How will it affect your business? You may be wondering, what happens to the middle class person who makes $10 an hour? This person will not receive a pay increase when the person receives an increase at minimum wage. They're not going to get one, but they will notice a hike in the products that they're buying from the store. Well, if it's a game of cat and mouse, why not take the minimum wage back down and lower the prices on the shelves? In an interview conducted, Ed Russell, owner-operator of Certified Repair in Iowa, he said he had close to 25 part-time employees on his payroll during the peak times, but said he won't be able to give the employees a raise due to the money that he'd be paying out to his low-cost employees. In conclusion, I have told you what the minimum wage is, how it affects businesses as it's raised, and told you why the government shouldn't be able to raise minimum wage. I hope this information will convince you to stand up and stop minimum wage increases. Thank you. Here's my audience.